Leadership is often the barrier to sustainability within marketing departments. In today's video, we're going to explore exactly what those barriers are and how our latest research supports this theory, along with actionable steps that you can take within your marketing department to start infusing people and planet principles into your everyday marketing. So let's get into it. So here is how I know that leadership can often be a barrier within marketing departments when they want to start the journey towards more sustainable ways of doing their internal marketing. In our latest Forces for Good marketing report, we conducted a research survey to better understand how willing marketers and communicators are willing to make changes in their everyday work. And this is what we found. 90% of marketers are willing to make changes within their marketing departments. They want to make changes for people on the planet, but there are barriers in the way. And actually, in fact, in the same survey that we conducted, we found that 36% of the marketers who were surveyed said that directly their marketing leader or their CMO is that barrier to entry. 36% of people said this. So in this video, I really want to start breaking down what those barriers are so that we can start working through them together and look for actionable solutions as a marketing industry. So let's go to the first one. So what are the barriers that marketers for good are coming to when they're approaching their marketing leadership with people and planet ambitions and motives? What are the barriers that they're coming to? The first barrier that they are coming to is often their CMO is strapped for time. The whole marketing department is strapped for time. So the first barrier that they often face is that there's little time to actually put in sustainable measures. And above that, there's not a budget for it. As a marketer for good, this is your opportunity to lead with efficiency, not sustainability. Lead with efficiency on how doing X, Y, and Z is actually going to make your marketing stack more efficient, make your marketing processes or your systems more efficient. And by making it more efficient and reducing and getting rid of that waste, you're going to be more efficient and you're going to lead with long-term growth and sustainability. This is often considered a win-win when it comes to sustainability and also general marketing efficiency. Being more efficient in how you approach your marketing, from the creation to the optimization to the actual implementation, how to do that in an efficient and less waste manner is a win-win, one that saves you costs, but also is good for the planet. So another pushback that I often see from marketers who want to do good is they're like, Megan, I'm alone. I'm the only one in my marketing department that actually cares about these things. And that's really hard for me to believe because there's actually research out there that says over 80% of people want to see more climate action from their companies, from their governments. People do want to see climate action happening. So it's really hard for me to believe that your colleagues don't care at all about what's happening to our planet and the people on it. So in fact, you are not the only one, but you might want to approach the situation slightly different. Instead of coming forth as the person who is the person who loves sustainability, cares about the trees, approach it as a learning opportunity. Invite people into your world and show them why these things matter to you. And then as you slowly build those authentic connection with your colleagues over likable topics that matter to them, because not everybody cares about the same topics in sustainability and around societal values. Find the connections, and once you find those connections, you'll start connecting with your colleagues in more intimate ways. And once you start making those more intimate connections, then you're building your dream team. Now you have a collection of fellow advocates who are your marketing for good advocates that can vouch for you and come behind you as you approach your CMO with this topic. And ever how you approach that topic, you come backed by advocates, by your team who value and are showing the same values as you. This can be super powerful in having that conversation with your CMO and actually making yourself more heard when it comes to the sustainability conversation. Now, another pushback that I often hear from CMOs and marketing leaders is this is just not an important topic, and it's not a priority for them. There's no interest in it. Now, I've already told you a little bit that there is in fact interest in it, especially from an employee side and from a citizen side, but even more so. One, in the previous point that we made, your team is willing. There's interest from your team to make sustainable initiatives, to make sustainable changes. But there's also consumer demand. So you can actually bring the consumer conversation to them if you think this way of arguing with your CMO will help them start to see the sustainability light. A recent survey found that 58% of consumers considered the environment when making recent decisions on what they were purchasing. That's over half of everyday people in the world. That's 58%. That's quite a bit. So using the consumer demand, that there are consumers, are people who we're selling to actually want to see sustainable values, not just from our company, but also from our leadership and from our governments. And the one way that marketing can help embody that is to champion those important sustainable messages within your marketing campaigns. This is how you can become a marketer for good. And this is just one of the few arguments that you can use on why it's important for your whole department to become a marketer for good. Now, the last one might be an easier sell for your CMO. Now, regulation. Nobody really likes regulation when it comes to business, but it actually has a lot of value when it comes to shaping our sustainability and consumer protection. Now, marketers need to know a lot about consumer protection because they put a lot of messages and image and campaigns in the world that is under regulatory scrutiny. Now, this is a great tactic and a great argument to have with your CMO is to actually show them what regulations are impacting your industry specifically, and there's more and more of them every day, and use that as an argument piece in how and why you should start integrating more sustainable principles into your everyday marketing. So here's the facts. We also know in our survey that we conducted that 100%, so every person who answered that survey wants to see more climate action happening within their marketing department. And if they had the support and the tools to make these tweaks, they would be more active in doing so. So if you're hitting a wall when it comes to talking about sustainability and marketing for good within your marketing department, try these 3 different tactics. Always keep in mind who you are talking to. I mean, we're marketers, right? We need to understand our target audience. If it's a CMO, your marketing leader, or even your other colleagues, think about how you can change the conversation and how you can use empathy and understanding to reach them where they are at and to bring them upon your marketing for good journey. So I hope you like this video. We have a lot of new videos coming up, especially on their YouTube channel on marketing as a force for good, how to become more efficient with your marketing, and how that is a win-win for people and the planet and profit. So until next time, I hope you have a good one.